Hey, it is September 1st, 2025. The van has been sitting, Cloud Dancer has been sitting for precisely 30 days. I have not touched it since August 1st, 2025. This is probably going to be my last final video. Long story short, it's been hot as hell here in Arizona, about 1,000,000,000 degrees. So I had the van sit for the past 30 days anyway because I was traveling and stuff. But I'm back, and we are going to take a look at the same test. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pump the gas 2 times and see if I get fuel and see if it starts. So here we go. Again, today's 30 days. Have not touched the van. So I'm going to pump it right now. 1, I don't think I saw anything. 2, I don't think I saw anything either. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so what that shows is if the van sits for 30 days, it will not get fuel. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the key. Certainly not going to start. Certainly not going to start since it doesn't have fuel in the carburetor. So let me put the air cleaner back on. And again, just to double check. Yeah, I could pump this thing forever. And absolutely no fuel is getting to the carburetor. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the air filter back on. Put this down here. All right, air filter's on. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm doing this now when the doghouse is off. Well, that's disappointing, but the doghouse is off so I can see what's going on. If the doghouse was on, I wouldn't even know if the carburetor was getting gas. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn the key. I'm not going to pump the gas, even though we both know it ain't going to start because the carburetor doesn't have any gas. But here we go. I'm putting the key in the ignition. I'm just gonna turn it just to make it official. Okay, not surprisingly, it did not start. So now what I'm gonna do is, let's just see something, just for fun. I'm gonna take the air cleaner back off. This is probably very stupid, but I'm gonna take the air cleaner back off. And I'm pumping the gas, and again, nothing. So what that tells me is I absolutely positively have no choice but to crank it and pump the gas. I'm going to do that 2 times. All right, so let's take a look. Here we go. I'm going to crank it. 1, 2. So I pumped it twice and I cranked it. Let's take this off. And let's see if this helps. We're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So what that tells me again is you can't just sit and pump the gas. So that is really disappointing. So let me put this back on here. Okay, so that's back on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank it and pump the gas 2 more times. 1, 2, 3. All right. Take this off. Probably don't have to keep doing this, but yep, nothing. I could pump it forever. So it now seems obvious to me that I'm going to have to crank it and pump it like the olden days, which does suck. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to do this. Going to take this off and let's see if the carburetor's even getting gas now. Now, theoretically, some could say, well, you flooded it. Well, we're going to find out. No. No, carburetor is definitely not getting gas. Alright. So, let's try this again. I'll put this air cleaner back on, even though it's getting a little silly. Okay. Alright, air cleaner's back on. Some people could say I'm flooding the engine, but I want to see if it's even getting gas. Take this off. Let's see. No. Absolutely no gas. So I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to start it with this air cleaner on. Still pumping it. So let's try this. Yeah, that shows us. What that shows is this carburetor is not getting gas. Oh wait, okay, now it just got gas because I just saw it shoot in. So I don't know what the hell we learned. Alright, so we got this. Now I know it's going to start, but that was a painful process. So now I'm going to turn the key. I'm not going to pump the gas and it should start. And it started up. So that proves that you're going to have to pump the gas and crank it a bunch of times to get the thing to start, which does suck. And without that doghouse being off and without me looking in the carburetor, I wouldn't know how many times to pump the gas. But anyway, I'm going to shut this off. This was a little disappointing, but I mean it does start. But that was like the olden days. That was pretty painful. I hate to take the doghouse off and you know, add gas to the carburetor kind of thing. That's a real pain in the ass. So anyway, that concludes the test. Not sure what I'm going to do next.